Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. These Dark Knight reviews, and today we're gonna be doing a crossover review of X-Men Ultimate X-Spance. And this one is actually a Target exclusive, but I have seen it now on Hasbro Pulse, and they also have it at GameStop. I seen it at GameStop last time I went there to look for something. So they had it in there, but because it was a pre-order since November. It came out in November. You had to pre-order and then ended up coming out on February. They were doing the delivery for it, but I guess Target did not like the sales of it, so they just put it on 50% off. So right now it's 50% off. So I'll leave the link in the bottom. You can actually check it out. And yeah, hardly you will see it in the stores. I haven't seen it in the stores at all. So it's pretty much everything online. But you can order it online. You can pick it up at the store, or you can have it delivered to your house. Whichever way is still 50% off. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's do a review for this one. But before that, I just wanted to say thank you everybody for the support. It's kind of slow on the Transformers side. I'm going to give you that. There's not much Transformers as far as new figures coming out, but there is a lot of news happening. Like, we have Shutter Megatron last time, and then we have right now all the reveals about the Bumblebee movie studio series that's going to come out. Ratchet, Wheeljack, Brawn, Sandwave. That's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait for that, even though it's going to be 2022. Hopefully we're still here. And yeah, we're definitely going to be doing reviews for those. All right, cool. Now let's start a review of X-Men Ultimate X-Spance. Have X-Spance out of the package, and before we look at the figure itself, let's look at the package really quick. And we can see over here it's a very 90s style comic book art that they did over here, which X-Spance over here looking all cool with his claws like Wolverine, and his biceps over here looking like Cyclops in there on the head skull. Now the body and everything is yellow color with the X-Men emblem in the middle, blue color. That's kind of cool. All right, so this one over here converts from X-Jet to Robo. Okay, cool. Ultimate X-Spance, Transformers collaborative between X-Men and Transformers 2021. And over here we got X-Spance in his full body in there completely, kind of. And then the transformation over here takes 34 steps, and we can see in there the little two figures that comes with it, which you can see Wolverine's in their face, but it's totally different from the actual little figure that comes with it. You guys are gonna see that in a minute. Now over here we have the Blackbird 2, and then over here it says what kind of model it is. The SR-71 Blackbird, Lockheed Martin. I guess that's the designer for that, maybe. Yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty nice detail on the box. So you want to keep that one for your records. You want to keep that one so you can keep the figure in there if you don't want to actually damage it or whatever. Now let's look at the figure itself, and we have it over here on the jet mode. Before, usually on figures they come already in the robot mode, but when it comes to the crossovers, I noticed that they usually come on the AL mode, which is kind of cool. Kind of like the old school, the G1 generation. They used to come on the jet mode or the AL mode, and then you have to transform it. So that's kind of nice. All right, let's look at it really quick. So over here you can see on the cockpit, which is actually a clear purple plastic or pink plastic. And then this over here is an issue that everybody kind of noticed already with these wings over here that falls all the time. So what I do, I just keep it like that. I know it's not supposed to be like that, but that's the only way it kind of makes them stand without falling every time. So, but just to let you know, they fall all the time. So, especially this one over here on this side, which is gonna be your left side if you're looking at it this way. Now this one is pretty stable, but this one, yeah, if you give a little push, then yeah, they come down. Well, let's look at the figure. So it's pretty nice, pretty cool looking. I mean, the color is pretty bright blue, as you can see in there. This over here is kind of nice too, a little black in there. And then the thrusters over here, you can see in there, yellow color, so that's kind of nice. Now the bottom, that's where all the fun is. As you can see, a lot of stuff happening in the bottom, but usually that's the case in most of the jet forms or airplane modes on Transformers, that everything is basically just tucking in the bottom, so you can see in there. So But this one over here is kind of nice. It's not really that bad because over here you can see that's kind of like the thrusters when you go up like this, and then use this type of thrusters over here. So that's kind of cool. It's not really that bad. At least you don't see the head. What you see is just a fit in there, but that's about it. Cool. Now, as far as the accessories that it comes with, like I said before, here's the two blasters that comes with. Now, this one is kind of like claws from Wolverine, and this one is a blaster from a Cyclops. Now, the figures, the two little figures that come with it, are this one over here, which Sabretooth, it does have a pretty nice detail on it. You can see actually the face. They did a pretty good detail on the face. But unfortunately with Wolverine, I don't know what happened with the face. I guess they put him a mask. It looks like he has a mask. Maybe he's afraid of COVID. I don't know. Yeah. I don't understand why they couldn't make a little face in there. I mean, they did it with Sabretooth. It's not really that big of a difference. They could have just put a little mouth in there. That was all they needed. But I guess they do it like that. And it comes with a little transparent or clear pink effect on it that you can put over here, I guess. I was having trouble putting this thing together last time. It's too little, I guess, for my fingers. There you go. I don't know, something like that it goes. So there you go. Now, this one over here is a remold retool of Jetfire from the Studio Series, and of course I got Jetfire over here, so we can actually compare with Jetfire without. And the good thing is I don't like to put a kits on it, so I usually keep my figures intact in a way that, you know, the way they came originally. That's how I usually keep it. I know there are kits that you can upgrade for a lot of different figures, but I usually like to keep them just the way they are, just the way they came in originally, as much as original as possible. Now, I never say I'm not gonna do it, because well, you never know. One day I want to do a upgraded kit for whatever figure, but for the most part, I usually keep them original. So as you can see in there, they're pretty much about the same height, same length. Yeah, pretty cool looking, both of them actually. You can see all the different things that they did on this one, a little bit different compared to Jetfire, but for the most part it's the same type of body in there, same and the same transformation too. I think the transformation is about the same, just little here tweaks and stuff like that. Oh, there you go. This is what I tell you, this thing falls off all the time, so don't be surprised it keeps falling on you. And even the transformation, it happens a lot. So there you go, quick fix. Oh no, I put it backwards. Uh-oh. There you go, let's put it there. There you go. Now it's already fixed again. Cool. So there you go, that's the comparison between these two. Now let's go with that transformation. All right, let's start with transformation to robot mode. So just FYI, this thing are gonna fall off between the transformation. That's just gonna happen. So don't be surprised if this thing just pop off. You just put it back on later once you're done with the transformation. So now with that clearance, let's continue with our transformation. So we started with the this over here with the which is gonna be the basically the legs of it. So what you want to do is just basically you just separate this. Is just attaching there, as you can see in there. Now you want to kind of put it out so you can have a space. You see what I'm saying? You just fall off right there. So that's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. You can put the landing gear too down, so that way it's not in the way. All right, cool. Now you're gonna move the panels. These panels over here, right here. You're just gonna pull them out the best you can, right there. Now the other one, once you do that, you can just get this out the way, and then once you do that, you can actually move this all the way straight. That way you have pretty good room in there to work on it. Now this over here, you gotta put it out. You see in there, you gotta put it out like that, and it's just kind of collapse to the bottom like this, and that's gonna be basically the knee pad. of the robot mode. And then this over here, you're gonna open it up a little bit tight, and one panel is gonna go up, the other one is gonna come down like this, like that, and then you're gonna rotate like this and like that, and they're gonna close up in there. Once you do that, as you can see in there, then you can come over here and close it over here, right there. So you can hear that little clip. That's when we're done right there. And then this over here is gonna close over here. I'm sorry. There we go. Right here. And then basically this panels over here, they have the little peg in there that you can just put them in. Right there. And you're just gonna adjust the feet. Right there. It was bugging me at this time. I'm busy. Can't do it. Sorry. All right, so once you do that, you just gonna adjust one leg. There you go. Like that. Now you're gonna move this panel over here. Kind of to move it out of the way. So that's one leg right there. As you can see in there. Now let's work on the other leg. Now this thing is gonna fall off, so I don't know if I should take it off or just wait for it to pop. I'm just gonna wait for it to pop. So same thing, we're gonna move in that. We'll do this one a little bit quicker. There you go. Now we'll move this over here. We're gonna separate this over here. Right there. We're gonna put it in place. This thing, we're gonna adjust it in there. This is the most complicated part. The legs are the most complicated. The rest is pretty easy. Just the legs are so, at least for me, they're complicated. See, you just fall off. We put that on the side. Now we're gonna put this up again, like this. And then, oops, this was supposed to go down. There we go. There you go. Now it's adjusted in there. Now we put this down again. We're gonna clip it in there, right there, and we're just gonna adjust the leg. And this one too fell off. I don't know why. Then my figure come over here, as you can see in there. Now we have basically the lower section done, which is to me the most complicated area. Now let's work on the top. All right, now we're gonna work on the top. So let's adjust the camera for everybody to see. Okay, now we have it over here. You wanna untap this, which is already on top in there. So that happens all the time. Now this over here, you're gonna separate a little bit here. This over here, you can separate that. And this over here, this panels over here, you're just gonna pull them out. Pull it out like that, and you're gonna bring this whole section over here. You guys saw that? Yeah, I hope you guys did. There you go. I have to put it over here because this is a pretty long figure. So you guys gonna untop the top part of the plane, and then we just gonna keep it like that for right now. And we're gonna work on the arms, which as you can see, the arms are in there. So the arms are pretty easy, like I said before. The complicated part was the legs. So the arms, you're gonna put it down over here, and you just kinda rotate this over here to the side, and then this gonna collapse like this, and then you're just gonna adjust the arms so it can look properly like that. Yep. And then again, the same thing with this, pretty simple. Move it to the side, put this down, collapse it, click it in there, move the arm, put it down. And that's pretty much it on the arm side. Now the rest, we're gonna be doing this part over here is pretty easy. You just basically just bringing it down, and then you can see the head in there. Cool. After that, we're gonna work on this one over here. So we put this one over here, which is reveals the X logo in there. Now this part over here is kind of tricky. It seems easier, but it's kind of tricky because you have to put this down and you have to come over here. Oh, this time it actually worked fine. But when I was doing the preview for this, it didn't want to go down. But anyway, yeah, you collapse it and then you click it inside there. So there you go. So that's the head. Now the fun part is gonna be in the back area too. Now let me adjust this like over here because it looks kind of weird the way it looks. I think it's backwards. All right, well, I'll adjust it later. Now let's work on the transformation, and once I'm done with that, then I adjust everything up. All right, stay there for a little bit. All right, cool. Now we're gonna be doing the back part, like I said before, and this is what we're gonna do. This over here, this little piece over here, basically is just gonna rotate all the way around. Now it has to kind of clearance in there, and that's basically it's gonna be like that. Now this over here, let's put the landing gear down. Now this is gonna collapse like this. As you can see in there, it goes this little thing in there. This goes inside in there, right there, and then we're gonna put this down like this, and that's basically pretty much almost there. Now we're gonna put this out like this, like that, and then this over here is gonna collapse too again. It's gonna attach in there, and then we're gonna put this all the way up until this thing attaches in here, right there. And this over here. Okay, and now we're gonna be adjusting everything up just to make sure everything is correct. Now the landing gear, you do want to put it all the way in the back like this. There you go. That kind of hides him in there. Seems to be okay. Seems to be everything in place, so that's pretty cool. The knees, everything, this thing over here, the head, the hands. Now the only thing we're missing is actually those little wings in there that they fall off, so we're gonna be working on those. Let's put them over here. Yeah, yes, yeah, I know it's kind of annoying. So this one over here goes over here, and you just gonna put them in there, and it goes like that. Yep. And this one's over here. It's supposed to go in here, I believe so. Where'd they go? Oh no, sorry. They're supposed to go in here. Now, I think I'm putting it, this one is supposed to be like that. Yep, it's supposed to be like that. And if it's not, anyway, it falls off once you transform it. So then you can put it, you know, whichever way you want it. Now, where goes this one? Where do we say this one goes? That one goes in the back. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. There you go. Cool. All right, so here we have our X-Men boy right there. All right, here we have X-Spance all transformed in his robot mode. So let's take a look at the robot mode. We're gonna adjust the camera a little bit. Let me see, because it's a pretty big figure. Like I said before, it's a leader class figure, so yeah, for $30 it's not really that bad. Let's look at the head really quick over here. It's kind of cool. Over here, as you can see in there, yeah, it's pretty nice looking. You can rotate the head. Now this over here is actually, you can actually remove it. Let me see if I do it correctly. Let's see, yeah, there you go. You can actually pull him up. As you can see, the eyes in there, pretty cool looking. Yeah, sort of like Cyclops, basically. Oh, you can see in there. Let's put that down again. Articulation goes pretty good. Pretty good articulation on the hands, arms. Has elbow bending. The hands can be moved, but unfortunately, it doesn't have any type of a moving on the fingers. The fingers just stay like that. So when you put your blasters, you just put it here on the side. As you can see in there, that's where the blaster goes. And then this one over here, the claws, you can put it on this side. Now there is something that you noticed probably already. If you didn't notice, I'll show you right now in a minute that I do have about this figure that is actually the upper body kind of jiggles a lot, so sometimes it just bends to the side, so you can never put it straight. Well, at least in my figure. I don't know, other figures are like that too. Now it does have a little waist articulation. It does move the waist a little bit, but not that much because all the stuff that it has in the back, as you can see in there. I mean, even though it's pretty compact on the back, it's pretty cool. I like it. It doesn't have that much, it doesn't show a lot in the back. It's pretty compacted in there, so that's pretty nice. Now the feet are pretty okay. You can do the little feet movement there. This over here, you can move it to the sides. Right here, put it like that too. And this thing. One thing about this thing is just, the panels keep popping off all the time. As far as this articulation over here, you can move it to the side. You can bend the knees, so that's kind of cool. It's pretty tight on my figure, so don't really like it when it's too tight. I feel like it's gonna break. I might put too much force on it and then it's just gonna break. So yeah, there you go. You can see in there the little claws in there. Now I think they're supposed to go the opposite, like this. I think I'm pretty sure they go like that. Yeah, that will make more sense to go like that. There you go. Now this figure is pretty nice looking as far as the color goes. As you can see in there, pretty nice colors in there. You got the X-Men logo in there, pretty cool. The yellow, the belt, everything is nice in the figure mode. Now as far as posing, this figure is a little bit complicated. As you can see in there, it moves a lot. The waist doesn't move, doesn't stay straight. He just wiggles a lot. It has a lot of stuff. These panels, they keep falling off all the time, so that makes it difficult for you to actually put it in different positions, but it's still a good figure. Now as far as comparison, of course, we have Jetfire on his robot mode, as you can see in there. Now Jetfire over here is kind of bending on the knees, but if we stretch him out, completely out, you can see in there, it's still a major figure, still pretty big compared to X-Spance. There you go. There you go. But you can see the difference between them. Basically, the wings over here, it's just a little bit different. The back area, as you can see in there, I haven't even taken out this thing yet. Yeah, so anyway, right there, I like to keep them like that. Anyway, yeah, so this over here, as you can see in there, this is lower, this is higher, and that's why it gives that effect. This over here is, the point is up, this one is down, so just minor little difference here and there. Obviously the legs do as well, they just look different, but as far as everything else is still pretty much almost the same. So there you go, pretty cool. All right, with this we finish up our review of X-Spance, Ultimate X-Spance and X-Men. Now what do I say about the figure? The figure looks nice, it looks good on his out mode, it looks good on his robot mode, but unfortunately it's not really possible, meaning that if you want to post it in like different forms, different ways, it's kind of hard just because all these panels that keep falling off all the time. The transformation is okay, it's just the legs are the complicated, the rest is fine. Because of the weight that it has in the back, all the back part that he has, it does kind of push a little bit to the back. If you want to put it straight, it does kind of fall. And And just little here details here and there that basically, it's not like the perfect figure, but it's an okay figure. I mean, the looks are good. Like I said before, the looks are pretty good. Basically, that's the win for this figure. Now, with the crossing overs figures, it's a hit and miss. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad. I mean, the example of a Maverick, let's say, for example, for Top Gun, I didn't even get that one just because I didn't like the way it looks. Completely no paint on the body itself, and it was just, it wasn't. I was not gonna spend like $50 on it or $60, whichever price they have it on. I mean, for a figure that I was not gonna like, or I was just gonna keep it on Almond. Now this one right here, like I said before, it's 50% off, so it's $35. It's not really bad for a little class. Then it's a X-Men crossover, so usually those are pretty good. Like I said before, it's your decision. You see the review, you see whether you like it. If you just want to get it just because it's on discount right now, you can keep it on the Al mode. If you like the Blackbird jet mode, it's pretty cool. That robot mode, like I said before, is pretty cool. But yeah, it's not really that. You can do a lot of things with it. You could just do minor things here and there just because the articulation and all those panels that kind of prevent it for being more flexible. All right, cool. Now, before we go, just don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you like the content that we providing to you guys, and leave the comments what you guys think about this figure if you want to get it. Remember that I'm going to leave the link below on the comment section area, so that way you can actually link through Target and get 50% off on this figure if it's still available at this time. I'm pretty sure it's still available. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much for all your support, and we'll see you on the next review. Have a great day. Bye-bye.